Like a an open book you don't care to read, a destination you don't dare to reach. I could be brave, could stop to breathe, but I might take
Hello, everybody. This is Party Petey, and welcome to another beautiful game of Dota 2. I'm your caster today, Party Petey, and with me, I am also joined with.
Vertigo.
There we go. So we're going to be casting game number 1 with you. We already have the lobby underway, and the bands are already going crazy. It's See You Boys versus Sad Tritons, I'm going to say. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
otherwise known as UCSD. So CU Boulder versus UCSD.
Thank you. I don't exactly know the names yet myself, so thank you for covering on that one. But
Gotcha.
looks like we already have a full set of bands in and a first pick, Nyx Assassin, with Lone Druid still making it through the very first set of picks here. But it looks like neither of the team wants Lone Druid.
It could be coming up later. I mean, I'm surprised that it didn't get banned out first, but I could understand why the Slardar and Warlock would get banned out. The Sniper ban is pretty surprising to me. I guess maybe if they're running a dual mid with an Ogre strat, Sniper is kind of weak against it in the beginning stage. So I'm not sure why. I guess we'll see later on in the draft why they're getting rid of the Sniper. But picking up that Ogre first, pretty
Oh
scary. And then they're
boy.
going to pick up the Jug.
I wonder if we're going to get the first view of the Juggernaut Arcana.
He bought the Arcana. That's the only reason he's playing it. But
I wouldn't be
the Nyx,
surprised.
the Nyx Assassin pick is pretty different too. You see it occasionally because he is quite the strong hero, but a first pick is pretty strong since it doesn't telegraph a lot about your lineup. Nyx Assassin can be played in a lot of different positions, so it really doesn't tell CU boys at all what kind of draft you're trying to run.
Yeah, so not really revealing their cards just yet. They are going to go into this reserve time to figure out what they want to do against this Juggernaut, I guess, since CU has already revealed a little bit of their cards with the Jug and Ogre McGee.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm too just really. It might be a personal ban behind this Sniper, or like you were saying, it's going to be the dual mid lineup. But Venge will be the pickup here, so they're UCSB or UCSD still not revealing any cards here unless this is a core Venge.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to say exactly who's going where. With that dual Ogre mid, that does put the pressure on UCSD to pick up a mid laner that can deal with that, or at the least pick up a support that can counter that dual mid up. Because if you're gonna pick a weak mid laner, you're gonna get crushed by this Ogre. So I can understand why UCSD took a little bit more time with that pick. They're trying to decide who they want to pick up next and what mid laner wants to deal with this. And they're going to go with the Venge. It's the popularity of core Venge is definitely there. She's risen in popularity, but we'll have to see exactly what they want to do with this. That's more great drafting actually by UCSD, because this keeps CU boys kind of in the, I guess, the fog of war, if you want to say, where you don't exactly know what UCSD is wanting to draft. Nyx Assassin, he could be going off lane or take the support role. Venge could be core or support, maybe even going into that mid lane as the support role. You don't know. So you're kind of just banning and picking based off of what positions they haven't filled yet, which is kind of a low level of drafting. It's like the easiest form of drafting.
But overall, we did see a lot of typical bans out from UCSD. It is the Ember and the Sand King that are banned out. Ember getting a minor nerf in the most recent patch, 703, being less. It's 2% less Ember Spirit burst damage, basically at level 10. No,
Overall,
it's not 12% amp. It's now 10.
I mean, from 7.01 to 7.03, he's just been getting nerfed over and over to where he definitely still feels like a strong hero, but not as dominant as he was in the original 7.0 release. So
Of course, we
it's
could just go back to when he was Battle Fury Boots of
Battle Fury.
Travel
Yeah.
crits. I don't think
I
that
mean,
one's ever coming back.
I don't think so. I mean, people ran it for a while because of how strong he was late game, but his early game just suffers so much compared to Magic Ember. Magic Ember, you get Veil and you're already online. You hit 10. I would even say in some cases you hit 10 and you're online. So it's just so much stronger.
Definitely gives Ember a lot more wiggle room. But it looks like UCSD are going to end up picking up this Invoker. This most likely will be the middle hero here. So
yeah,
I do see it being fairly effective against this double mid lane possibility. And Underlord, most likely the off lane pick for CU. So it's going to be a very stable game with no Drow also. So there's no, because obviously CU couldn't read the draft just yet. I mean, I couldn't even read it, but Drow Ranger could have been a really good thing that
Yeah, going
UCSD
along
could have
with
benefited
Venge.
from too.
Yeah, especially along with Avenge Dro, one of the classic combos. I kind of like the Invoker pickup too. He does have that innate regen when he levels Q against the Ogre, so he will kind of suffer from level 1, but as soon as he hits level 2, level 3, he should be okay. With the Undying pickup, that's pretty crazy. That creates the possibility of a 2-1-2 lineup, so they could be going with that sort of thing. If they are going with the aggro try, then Underlord's going to have a really rough time staying in lane.
UCSD still not revealing their hardcore yet. Neither did CU, but this leaves the question. This is most likely, well, not most likely, I can't say that. It could be a Juggernaut mid against this Invoker, in which case Invoker, I personally think, would capitalize on the lane immensely if that were to be the case.
Which is why they would probably want to run the Ogre mid to hopefully get Jug in a position where he could get a little bit of an advantage over Invoker and at least maybe be able to get out of the lane and start making stuff happen on the map before Invoker can. So it is kind of hard to tell at this situation. Jug does have a very difficult time dealing with Invoker in the mid lane. So we'll have to see.
We'll have to see if CU are going to pick up. I mean, I got to say it over and over again. The Lone Druid, not banned, not picked, still
That's
available.
pretty surprising.
And I don't see either of these teams actually getting it, like actually using Lone Druid. But like, if one team were to get it though, then it would be a really strong pickup here. Instead, they're going to ban Slark. UCSD will ban out TA.
So they believe the Juggernaut's going to be going into the safe lane. With the Lone Druid pick, I don't see CU boys picking it up just because Venge is a pretty decent counter to the Lone Druid. Invoker in some senses can be a decent counter. Nyx Assassin's pretty good too at getting to the actual Lone Druid himself. But it's just overall surprising why neither team has even tried banning it or picking it. I don't believe he's gotten really nerfed that hard recently. If anything, I feel like he should have been nerfed harder. The Rabid cooldown is still low enough to have a huge impact. His respawn time is still there. The respawn time talent is still there. The damage amps is still there. The movement speed is still there. I still feel like it's a strong pickup. If anything, UCSD would pick it up, but CU boys picking it up would kind of be bad for them, I believe.
Right. CU definitely not going to be the ones to pick it up, which also brings the question, what will CU's most likely hardcore pick be here? And what ones would it be? I'd want to see a Spectre, but I don't think that's good here.
It's kind of hard. I mean, I don't mind it all that much. Going up against an Undying or Nyx Assassin in lane will be really, really rough for them if they wanted to, do an aggro try. The Gyrocopter pickup, so this is probably going to be the classic Ags, and they're going to go Viper. So this is going to be a core Juggernaut.
Yeah, hardcore Juggernaut
Viper.
and mid Viper.
In all my time of Dota, I don't think I've ever seen a Viper v Invoker matchup. So I honestly don't know how this is going to go. I mean, Viper, of course, being one of the biggest pub stompers or lane bullies in the game, I don't know how well he fares up against Invoker. And with a Viper there, that kind of eliminates the possibility of an Ogre dual mid, because Viper can handle himself and he needs levels desperately. So these are strange drops.
Yeah, I almost thought that CU could end up picking up a Naga Siren. I felt like a Naga could have been another thing. I mean, it's just me and Illusions. It's just, I feel like UCSD wouldn't be able to do a lot against a Naga if they were to pick that. But Viper will be that pick instead.
It kind of just depends. I mean, Gyrocopter having the split shot is pretty bad for Naga Illusions. Invoker is decently good at clearing them. Nyx Assassin being able to take advantage of Naga's Radiance buy. So I could understand why they wouldn't want to go with it. It's not necessarily counters, but it's just a harder game that they wanted than they wanted to play. The Viper pick, though, I can't explain the reasoning behind that. That's a surprising pick overall. And there's the Juggernaut Arcana, so we're going to jump right into the game.
All right, so I will take the Radiant, and you will take the Dire for the introductions. First,
right.
We have over on the Radiant, we have Undying. going to be piloted. Oh wait, that's not first. First is Nyx Assassin. It's going to be piloted by Professor Wizard. That's a good name. We have Undying going to be piloted by Ludamere. Gyrocopter being played by Alice Martigroid. Such hard names. Vengeful Spirit going to be Not Quite My Tempo. And Invoker will be Dazed Alien Sea Puppy. What the hell?
I don't know, man. Nightquat My Tempo, though, is going to be going on to this Embed Dota, I think his name is. He's dropping to half health, and Lil Reezy actually committing the blade spin pretty early. I feel like they might want to go on this now. I mean, Juggernaut has no spin, and this Ogre is kind of overextending, but I guess he's going to be able to survive. That Ogre, by the way, is Embed Dota. Viper in the mid lane is going to be taken by Dad. Just Dad. Meepode is going to be playing the Underlord. Juggernaut, played by your boy Lil Reezy in the top lane, and then Hanzo X taking Lion in the bot lane.
So it looks like they're definitely going to go ahead and steal this top ward. Maybe a 3 ward rune. My gosh, that little fight very early already like messed my brain up a little bit.
That's true.
But it is still going to be a 2-2 even trade for the runes.
And I mean, there's the power of the Undying. I mean, this gives the possibility of 2-1-2 being viable. They don't have to tri lane with their safe lane carry in order to assure him farm because Undying is so strong. And now actually they're gonna aggro try. So Juggernaut's gonna have a rough lane, especially if Lion hangs out mid lane. I don't know if he's just there for warding purposes or I guess he's going back up top now, but Juggernaut's gonna have a rough lane.
For warding purposes, there's a ward right there on the cliff in the mid. I don't know how much it's gonna give Dad though.
It might be decent because as soon as they get the first kill possibly on Juggernaut, it is probably going to be the Undying and Vengeful that are just going to rotate out. They don't want to stay top lane too much because Nyx is going to need his levels. But we'll see. Hanzo is going to be coming in from behind.
And nothing going on there. I thought there was going to be something. Spin's going to go out, but he's already so low health. It will be enough to kill Ludamere. And no, they're going to turn it around. The stun goes out. There's the damage. The first blood has been drawn. The Professor Wizard ended up grabbing the first blood. Ludamere to strength steal to make sure he lives yet again, and he will be able to get out. The salve will be there.
That was honestly like one of the worst plays I've seen. He spun immediately as Undying landed a 3-man decay. I mean, look at his strength stacks right now. He's at 28 strength.
God.
You cannot kill him with a simple level 1 Blade Fury. So, I mean, I think it was more mistimed than anything. Unfortunate on the luck there, but that's rough. If those are the kind of plays you're going to make this game, you're going to have a very hard time up against this Radiant.
There's also no HP on this line. Even getting a 4 steal is too much for him. He's at 360. Yeah. If he gets hit again, he goes down to like 280, I believe.
That's insane. He's going to start getting his health back. Lane. They know where he's at. Pinging him out. Finally, level 2 on some of the heroes in this top lane.
And Dad level 3 applying pressure to Invoker. Finally, there is a pause. And every team, okay. Okay, somebody tripped over the internet cord. Why did we all DC?
Welcome to college internet.
Oh, there goes Gyro. Oh, we're going to lose some from the other side. Good old US East.
6 servers. But I mean, I guess while we're on a pause right now, just a quick shout out to everyone that's tuning into the AVGL. Welcome here. I hope you enjoy your time here. This is the AVGL Collegiate Dota 2 League. So we're in week 4 right now, I believe.
That is correct.
Yeah, we're on week 4. So we're starting to finally get into sort of a who are the strong teams, who are the weaker teams in this league so far. And these two teams are pretty well matched up together, sitting right in the middle of their respective divisions. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be quite a good game of Dota 2 we're about to see. But rip everyone's internet.
Somebody definitely tripped over the cord.
Team Red open quals.
And I was going to say something, I can't remember.
Looking at last hits right now, this Underlord having a really easy time in the bot lane. I don't really see what Gyrocopter can do as far as pressure. He does have, I mean, with that limited attack range, he's vulnerable to Firestorm every time he tries to get in for last hits. So kind of a rough lane for him. They kind of abandoned the Gyrocopter in the spot lane in order to shut down the Jug. So I feel like they're looking for this kill again, and once they get it, they'll rotate out.
And this tri-lane top, I feel, is still going to be the death of the Dire for sure. This is a really hard tri-lane against. I mean, it's really hard to win lanes against an Undying. Next to that would be like the old-fashioned combo where it was like Necro Kunkka.
And mid lane Invoker having a pretty rough time. This Viper sitting at 13-9.
And the one thing that we thought wouldn't be hard, and Viper's having a okay time. He's not that good on the HP number here, but he does have the Lion here.
It's not bad. This Invoker is going to be going for the Quas Wex build. So focusing more on the team fight, less on the damage.
Surprised I'm not seeing the Midas Rush.
I don't think he has that opportunity this game, especially since he's getting pressured so hard in this mid lane. If he were like dominating mid, or if he, excuse me, if he were dominating the mid lane, I feel like it would be a better pickup. But I am pretty surprised at the phase pickup.
It's going to be stun up here on Hanzo. It's going to be the other way around. Ogre McGee getting jumped on instead. The totem goes down. They have to take out the totem if Embid wants to live here. He will be the first to trade, but will they end up getting Ludamere? But meanwhile, in the mid, it is Dad who ended up killing out Invoker finally. Double stun going out here on the top. Lion's definitely going down here. Will they get Little Reezy? Another stun's going to be there. Is it going to be 3 kills? The Tango to the trees? No! He's stuck in there. He does go down. That is definitely not good. That is, I mean, the Viper got a kill in the meantime, but still, that was a lot of gold and a lot of heroes going down so early.
It was pretty disgusting stuns from both the Nyx Assassin and the Lion, both being able to pick up kills, but at the end of the day, Radiant just with a way stronger lineup, and kind of again, this Juggernaut committing his spin really early. I mean, I feel like for the first, at least, I want to say second or two of it, it wasn't even hitting heroes in the first place. He spun to approach heroes, and then he got maybe 3 seconds of actually good, efficient Blade Fury damage on the heroes, so he kind of needs to watch his timing with those.
I believe he's trying to use them more to escape, but it's still obviously not working.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. Side pull is not going to latch.
And they get double strength stealed. This Undying is definitely like the reason why this lane is winning, like indefinitely. Yeah. There'd be no reason that they wouldn't win this game if it wasn't for this Undying. That's for sure.
And just like we were saying earlier, as soon as they got that kill, Vengeful is going to rotate bot lane, and they are going in onto Meatboat, who's already dropping to about half health, but Gyro...
They're not going to get him, though. He's going to get out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's got his boots. Oh, no, there's another stun.
Ooh.
Is it going to be the fire burn coming out? No, there's too many creeps in the way. He does have a TP finally. Is he going to be able to find it? Oh, just a couple. Yeah, he's fine. Just pretty that freaking damage aura, man. It changes a lot.
Yeah. It is pretty disgusting. The Magic Missile does a surprising amount of damage, though, at level 2. It's pretty crazy, and there is a fight actually top line.
There's another fight going on. Looks like Ludamere, though. He's not really concerned. He's just going to steal some more strength and maybe turn on Embid here. They're not going to find anything. But he's only level 3, but he's definitely not hitting like a level 3 hero.
No, not at all. Still, Invoker trying to get what he can out of this mid lane. He's actually struggling really hard in this mid lane. 14 last hits in 6 minutes.
He is not having fun. So you're right. There is no opportunity for this Midas.
I was going to say that what a lot of Invokers would do, at least in the pro scene, if they were behind, was go for that drum build, but drum right now, it just kind of sucks. It's overall just not a very good item, especially with all the nerfs that were given to it in the 6.88 days. It's definitely not like Helm or producer saying that drums was nerfed in 7.03, but I don't think it was.
No, it was.
Drums?
Drums were nerfed very slightly,
really?
But it is a nerf. I can't remember what it was, but the numbers were changed on it.
Recipe cost reduced.
That's just recipe cost, though.
Uh,
Oh, well, meanwhile, there was a kill on bottom. I missed it at the last second. Meepo going down to that Venge that finally came down. Level 5, so that stun does a lot of damage. Wave of Terror to follow, and etc., etc.
well, back on the drums since he got nerfed. Even in 7.03 is even worse of an item now. So
Yeah,
there's really
it's just
no
terrible.
reason. There's no reason to ever pick up that item. So it kind of sucks for this Invoker. He needs to find some sort of mid game item that will allow him to stay relevant and fight. He's going for that Midas now
Yeah,
after the phase boots, but it's kind of hard. Maybe if this Venge Nyx Undying combo can start making stuff happen on the map.
interrupt you
Ooh.
here as there's something going on in top. Dad rotated to the top, and this might be the first kill. Professor Wizard trying to stun out who and what he can. Looks like Little Reezy will get that kill. Meanwhile, it will be Ludimir getting Hanzo. And that's actually it. Not too much else beyond that.
Pretty good,
But,
really good TP actually.
Good rotation.
Jeez, Viper already having the Dragon Lance. And he's actually, I mean, looking at his items queued, he's gonna skip going for the upgraded boots. And just go right into the, what is that?
It's the hood, but
Yeah.
it's like the personal pipe. I always call it that.
I mean, it basically is. It did get nerfed recently because of how strong it was, especially on heroes like Centaur. But, oh.
Well, meanwhile, on the bottom, Meepo getting jumped on again, but this time Alice was almost dead, but not close enough. That burn is level 4, though. It didn't kill him quite yet. I feel like he probably shouldn't have went for his ult and just got another spec into pit, or another spec into his passive, just so he'd be able to actually kill in the lane if he were to aim for that. But he is just going to shrine up.
That's true. I don't
mean-
really like Dark Rift at level 7. Or at level 6, I should say.
Whatever
It's-
one it was spec at.
Mm-hmm.
Underlord, obviously, he's not going to Dark Rift this early into the game. It's a 6-second delay as well,
Yeah.
so it's definitely not efficient. Little Reezy's just got no HP up here from Ludimir.
Mid lane still Invoker trying to find his farm. Viper already sitting at 54 and 24. 24 denies he's gotten out on this Invoker.
Yeah, Invoker not having a fun time. Meanwhile, Professor Wizard getting another kill and Little Reezy up in the top. Not too much else beyond that, however. It was a really quick kill. And Ludimir, he's trying to come around to Embed here. I mean, Jug, he had no HP. I don't know why he decided to stay so up close into the lane here. Viper maybe trying to go on Invoker in the mid, dealing enough damage. There goes the ult. It looks like Dazed Alien Sea Pupper. He is going to go down here. One more right click to find it. He will, but now it's Venge in the mid, trying to kill Dad here.
Where's the swap?
But I don't think he's going to get it. The swap not actually in range, I believe.
I
level 1
I
swap
feel like he
range is
could have.
terrible.
He could have done it though. As soon as he TP'd in, he went for the stun, wave of terror, and then right clicked a couple times. I feel like maybe after one right click, he could have
I'm
gotten
going to
that.
interrupt you
that
again
swap.
here. Back up in the top. Ludimir, he's getting jumped on by the Juggernaut. There's enough damage. Meanwhile, Nyx going to stun out the Ogre McGee in the back here. Totem goes down, but it will be Embed to claim the kill. And they're going to... Oh, there goes the disconnect. Tactical disconnect.
Rough. He ulted a little way too late there to get any actual effect out of it. But a lot of stuff happening on the map. Viper just asserting his dominance in this mid lane. And I guess now we know that Viper still dominates lane even against Invoker. It's pretty
We thought
rough too.
otherwise, but... No, you actually said that Viper was going to win. Wait, no.
The Invoker didn't have any help mid lane. I feel like the support should have rotated in a little sooner, especially after that first kill. Undying did stay top lane to continue to pressure the Juggernaut, but the Venge didn't actually try and kill Viper, who, I mean, you can't really blame her. It is a really difficult target to get a gank on, especially once he hits that 6. And I mean, look at him now. He's sitting at 1260 health. It's extremely hard to kill that hero.
Could take a gander at the net worth. It is Viper running at the top of the net worth here at 4.5, but surprisingly enough, Nyx Assassin running second with 4.1 and 3.5 on the gyro, 2.7, 2.6, and etc. to follow. So the net worth definitely showing the Viper having a pretty decent time. Gyrocopter. I don't know if he's going to go for the Dominator. Oh, he's not going for Dominator. Mask is not part of that anymore, so he's going to pick up a Morbid Mask early, by the looks of it. But he's having a pretty okay time.
Sometimes I kind of like the naked Morbid Mask on some of these heroes. I just hope that it doesn't transition into a mom or anything. I still don't think the item is that strong right now. I mean, I guess Juggernaut doesn't really need to cast all that much, but it's you can't do the classic, mom Omni Slash anymore. So overall, it's a pretty weak item on him.
Mom Omni Slash. I'm talking about Gyrocopter.
Oh, rip.
I don't know what Little Reezy's building. He's got a mess of items.
He's just trying to find any sort of mid game item. I was thinking too. I was like, man, this guy knows he's gonna buy Morbid Mask on Jug.
No, it's gonna be Morbid Gyrocopter.
Morbid Gyrocopter.
I mean,
that's strong.
The Mask of Madness wasn't actually nerfed, however, but
No,
Dominator was.
It definitely wasn't nerfed, but I still feel like overall it's just kind of a weak item right now. I think that when they reworked the item, it's still not enough. So overall, I believe that Mom is kind of weak right now. The Morbid Mask is definitely really strong.
I mean, Alice, or not Alice, but Gyrocopters usually end up going for a Satanic, so this could just be the long holdout.
Yeah, I would like that.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see a Vladimir's. I actually played against a Gyrocopter today as a Faceless Void, and he also went Vladimir's. Of course, we won the game because they had a Gyro with a Vladimir's. But yeah, I'm bamboozled, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I don't know what he's gonna go for. It could be Vlad's, but I honestly highly doubt the Vlad's.
We will have to see. I don't really like Vlad's on his team right now. He's really the only right-clicker damage dealer. If like Dire were to pick up Vlad's, that would be better, but I don't really know who would carry it. So I kind of think that it's gonna be a naked Morbid Mask until Satanic late game. And
man, this Lion's having a really hard time. That's what you end up getting for putting your name as Hanzo for any Overwatch players.
Flex.
It's still gonna be a really hard game for both sides, but I feel like this Undying Invoker is gonna be the one to capitalize. But with Dad being the top of the net worth, that idea, that thought of mine could quickly change. Running out of stuff to talk about. Oh my god!
I guess while we're pausing, it is worth noting that I forgot to bet, which I'm pretty sad about because. If you look onto the Twitch chats, type in ! credits, you can see how many credits you have right now. We are doing a Arcana giveaway, depending on the amount of credits you have, and I guess jackpot style or something like that. But in other words, get as many credits as you possibly can.
Because at the end, it's not just any regular Arcana. We're giving the Arcana of the very hero that's in the game right now. We're going to give away a Juggernaut Arcana. So for those of you who thought that you didn't want that Jug Arcana because for some reason you don't know what face value is, you're going to get it one way or another.
I mean, it's a free Arcana. It's still debatable whether or not it's worth spending $35 on it, especially since, the color arguments, the originality arguments. But if you're getting it for free just for tuning into a Twitch channel, that is 100% worth. That is some value. That is naked Morbid Mask on this Alice Megatroid Gyrocopter level of value. So stay tuned. Keep watching AVGL. Rack up those credits, and you could get yourself a free Arcana.
Not to mention, it looks like they actually put a gem in the Arcana now. When I had bought it, it didn't have a gem in it. But now it's got a Kills gem in it. And it looks like it's one that's specifically made... Actually, it looks like there's 2 styles. What the heck? When did that happen?
Wait, there's styles on it now?
There's styles. Oh my gosh! What the heck is Origins?
There it is, Blade Form Origins. So they did turn him red.
What the heck, Gabe? I got the Arcana myself. I'll look at it. Oh, the game coordinator is being updated. That's why he can't reconnect. Oh my god! What are you doing, Valve?
So now that he actually has red, what happened?
Dude, Origins looks sick.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just gonna
See,
say
so
it
now
looks
that he has the
sick.
red color, now that he has the
Yeah.
origin style, it is 300% value to get this free Arcana. Now it's
Yeah,
actually worth
ladies and
buying.
gentlemen, make sure you stay around because holy hand grenades, the Arcana after you get your 10 blade form kills, it looks beautiful.
It's 100% worth. That's actually pretty surprising. I didn't think that Valve would actually listen. I thought it was just gonna be rip, rip what you care.
Rip
We made the
Juggernaut
Arcana
being
already,
normal color.
but hey, Valve best developer. OS Fog,
That
please.
that might be an argument to go against. I think Valve has the easiest sort of launcher that they work with. Obviously, if we were to be in any of the other ones, it'd be much more difficult.
Very true. Dota 2 coordinator is down
Everybody,
yet again.
everybody loves Steam. Oh boy,
It's
freaking
exclamation point
Valve.
credits, or is it only credit? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
credits.
it's
So,
exclamation credits.
all right,
Who's my screen?
are the splash screen. So it looks like this is going to be kind of an elongated pause, and with that, we're not going to hold you guys around looking at a game is pause screen for too much longer. We're actually going to go back to our splash screen, and we're going to go for a quick break. So remember, don't go anywhere. The longer you tune into ABGL, the more credits you rack up, and the closer you get to getting that Juggernaut Arcana. So don't go anywhere. This is ABGL. I'm Vertigo, along with my co-caster, Party Pete's. Do you
Who is
prefer
the
to go by that?
co-caster here?
Or
Either
either way,
it
either way.
doesn't matter.
We're both here. We're casting some Dota. We'll be right back.
Take me downtown tonight. I want to forget. I want lights to blind me. I want to disappear. Oh, DJ, ease my mind. Will you play that song again? 'Cause we were in love before the rain began. And if I cry, I cover my ears, cover my ears. Oh, DJ. jump.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back finally to some more Dota 2. Turns out we're not going to have our beautiful reconnection. We're going to go ahead and go straight into it, or are we?
I don't.
Okay, no, now we're going. Okay. We're going to try and do this 5v4 style here.
5v4
But,
Dota. This is some unranked pub
I
Dota.
don't know what's going to go on here. Are they going to double control this Juggernaut, or are they going to go ahead and send them home?
I don't know what you do at this point. I mean, a part of me wants to be like, okay, you need to have all your cores here so he can farm and stuff, but then you're losing out on supports, and this isn't League of Legends. Supports are important in this game.
Now, the problem is that's going to arise from this is the fact that the person that we're waiting on continues the reconnect and disconnect. So they need to actually time it right in order to bring Jug back to the bait. No, it looks like they're just going to keep him in the lane. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and not reminisce about how Valve is terrible, and we'll talk about other stuff.
Well, Mixed Assassin going for the Vendetta. They did put down a blue ward in the lane, so they are going to see his approach.
I'm just hoping they don't try to pick off Jug.
So
That's the only thing.
Oof.
I mean, he's
pretty
right there.
BM if they do.
It's a juicy target. Knowing
Professor
me, and
Wizard
if somebody
should know.
disconnect, yeah, he's not gonna.
Meanwhile, in the
Meanwhile,
bot
though, in the
lane,
bottom, there's going to be a gyrocopter ult going down. The ult is going to go
Oh.
out by Meepo, but nothing's going to become of it. And Gyro is going to go ahead and take that kill. Ultimate going down. Really quick cooldown, so it's not really the end of the earth.
no,
end of the
it's
world.
just 100% worth. I mean, if anything, I feel like a lot of low-level gyrocopter players don't use cooldown enough. They feel like it's this big, huge team fight item. But top lane,
Looks like they're trying to get a jump on here, but the stun goes out immediately. No, Dad is here to go ahead and clean up the mess. Lunamare will end up going down. Professor Wizard running into the lane here. He's going to get ulted out by Dad, and that's also another possible kill going out there. And yeah, that's two actually. Dad getting a double kill dominating spree, 5,200 net worth now. And what is this?
the 4 squad is doing better than the 5 squad right now.
Yeah, that's going to be weird if they manage to win this. But the problem why I don't know if they're going to win this or not is because of the GPM lossage from Little Reezy. If he was to just stick with being disconnected, the GPM would definitely go to the way of CU. So I feel like at this rate, the disconnect is actually a beneficial thing if they do it.
I feel like it's partially possible if Juggernaut were to do the full disconnect abandon and the gold were to go toward the rest of his team. I mean, they could just form up behind the Viper and push down towers. It's, very slimly possible because Gyrocopter is starting to hit his mid-game timings, but, it's a 4v5. What are you going to expect?
Anyway, it looks like they're lining up for something here in the middle. And Bid is getting ready to jump on this Invoker. They're going to find one right click on him.
Oh,
But Dazed Alien Sea Puppy. I just love that name. There's going to be the dust reveal, though. The Tornado's going to go down the Wave of Terror. Actually uses his Cold Snap on Embiid, but Dad is going to be the one that is going to try and kill off Alien Sea Pupper. But it looks like it will be not quite my tempo getting that kill. Venge confirming the death of Embiid. But the bottom tower being denied by Underlord. There's going to be another
Professor
rotation.
Wizard?
Nyx. Oh, no, the swap actually does slow him down a little bit, but the kill's going to be there. And it's going to be actually a split. So not bad, though. A lot of gold split going on there.
this is when it starts.
Back up in the top.
The
Ludamere
4 starts to
stealing all
lose
that.
out.
Stealing all that beautiful, beautiful HP from Hanzo. He's getting low. One more strength steal. I think he's dead here.
I believe so. I mean, he's going to start healing up
Oh,
now.
there it is. The healing ward from the DC Juggernaut. Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no. What's going on?
what?
Everybody just DC'd. What in the world?
What is happening in this Dota game right now?
What's going on? Oh, no.
Do you think that was like a team
And they were the
collective
ones
thing?
that said keep going.
Was that like a team collective thing? Like, hey guys, let's just abandon? Or
Hey, guys, let's just all trip over the network cord at once. All right, ready?
All right,
Here we
they're
go. Okay,
resync.
Venge, first reconnect.
what?
And Gyro, second. All right, Nyx is the third. And they're actually reconnecting, though. Maybe Juggle will come back this time. Undying is back as well. And
We're
they
back
will pause
to a
it.
pause.
Oh, boy. Man,
I
it
just
only
wanna-
felt like we did this a million times over, and it will be everyone is back in the game.
I just want these guys to push buttons, and then I want to watch them push buttons, and I want
Yeah,
to talk
just-
about them pushing buttons.
I'm totally seeing. Oh no, no, the Nyx isn't back.
4v4.
Let's do a 4v4, boys. Nyx Assassin has such a huge impact in this game, though.
He should be coming back right now, I think. This has been a what,
This
45
has
minute
definitely
game.
been an hour endeavor.
They're saying go. So
Okay.
it looks like we're gonna
We're
play
gonna
some
try.
Dota.
Let's see what happens. Oh man, this is great.
No response though from UCSD.
No response from Juggernaut.
Oh, there's the go. So we're gonna play some Dota, I think.
Gonna play some genuine 5v4 here.
Some genuine 5v4 Dota.
Dude, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a carry lion.
That's what they're saying.
It's gotta be. I mean, the burst damage is actually super good this game.
The rotation
Professor
on the
Wizard.
Viper.
Come on. Does get the
Team-
jump, misses the stun, though. The ult goes out on the dazed alien sea pupper, but Dad is not phased at all. The ult goes out by Gyro. None of the missiles land, but the stun missile will. Hanzo getting low. EMP is going to go down as well. All the
Oh.
mana of the side of the Dire is all gone. Hanzo almost dead as well. The
Disgusting.
totem is going to be thrown down. Denied at the last second, though. Alice is going to get a double kill, and Dad, though, is he going to get jumped on? He will not. But Alice getting that beautiful double kill there. The ult super well timed, not to mention Ludamare throwing down that totem and getting quite a bit caught in it.
I feel like that was a pretty ugly fight overall. I mean, it was ended up good for the side of CU, but kind of a lot of misplays, a lot of bad positioning on both sides actually.
Now
Some
it's
missed
Gyro
abilities, but
sitting at the top of the net worth at 6'3".
I wonder, what is he going?
What
Is he going
this?
for the
BKB,
Dragon
I
Lance?
think? Or
I hope
SMY?
he doesn't rush it.
Oh, it's Ags. It's
Oh,
first
yeah,
item
Ags.
Ags.
Ugh.
This game's just getting better and better.
It's a really frequent pickup on Gyro. I don't know how frequent it is as a first item pickup, but it's evidently that's the new way to go. Just going right from Ring of Aquila into Gyro. I mean into Aghanims.
Usually I see at least one damage item to follow. It'd
Professor
be-
Wizard. Boom.
Oh,
Easy kill.
He gets that
onto
easy kill on a
Ember Dota.
bead. Jug! He's moving! He's here!
Is he
Who
back?
is this? He's level 7. He's gonna die immediately. They know he's here. Omni Slash goes out, but it's not gonna be enough. Little Reezy. I don't think you're getting out of this one. The swap will go out as well. They're diving him. He's like, I just got back from being beyond dead, and you killed me further.
Was rude. Oh, that's what happens when you reconnect. Although they could be going
Yep.
for a kill down on the
On
bottom.
Dad. No, he's not gonna get it though. The tornado's gonna be their Dad. Are they gonna dive it? They have no reveal. There was no dust on the Underlord. Hashtag reported. This is gonna be, what is this? The mech going out on the Underlord. So very typical pickup.
Two hoods
yeah.
now.
Looks like they're coming back here. Jug's back up in the top lane. You gotta be careful, buddy. You have no levels. The stun. Oh, look at that. That's the first well-timed spin I've seen all game.
Yeah, that was really well timed. And he almost went out of positioning too. It looked like that they might be going for him after the spin was out, but he's gonna back up in time. And they really just want to take advantage of the fact that Juggernaut is so far behind. They don't want him to be able to catch up and actually give them a game.
Well, now he's not extremely that far behind, but he's the level of okay, no, he's far behind.
He's pretty extremely far behind.
I thought
He's
it was
level
close to
7.
Professor Wizard level, but he's not. He is 100% the most behind.
Yeah, he is level 7. He's almost 2k below the
He's
Underlord.
about to get jumped on again. Professor Wizard gonna find the stun at the last little bit there. The swap and the insta-dead. It will be a rocket going after him, though. One more right click will confirm, but the rocket's definitely gonna be the confirmation here. And actually, Ludamare will get the kill instead. And just
Lil Reezy's
Juggernaut.
not happy.
Little Reezy's not really happy about getting picked off here in the only
His
lane that there
mixtape's not
are
doing
enemy
well.
heroes in.
And now it looks like it's just gonna be
Oh
a full.
no, it's gonna be a
full man top.
screw fest. It's gonna be Hanzo getting jumped on by Wizard. So much damage. The stun's out from Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Not quite my tempo. We'll confirm the kill. It is Underlord getting quite a bit of burn damage on this fire, but not going to be enough. And yeah, they're going to go ahead and leave.
Lil Reezy's now pushed into the jungle where he's going to find the majority of his farm. But even still, if they just keep rotating on him, they're gonna keep him being an irrelevant hero. It's gonna be their way to victory. I mean, Dad's starting to kind of sort of fall off. It's not usually the time when Viper falls off. If anything, this is when he hits his power spike. But they're not able to win fights 4v5, even though Juggernaut's back. It's still a 4v5, and they're all gone
My
again.
goodness. Man, Valve is on a roll today. With everyone disconnecting all the time. This is a great game of Dota.
This is our punishment for asking for Juggernaut to have his color changed.
That was probably it. Valve's like, all right, so we'll go ahead and give you the normal Jug color back, but we're going to screw with your servers the whole entire day.
You'll never be able to
great.
get the actual gem if you can't get Omni/kills, if you can't play the game. Wow, this is interesting Dota. So I'm trying to think, what would be the comeback scenario for UCSD into this game? And I'm not finding it. I mean, Invoker has had his Midas for a while now. He's sitting number 3 at the net worth, and he's going to keep farming up. The Gyrocopter, who usually is not that strong at this point in time, is really strong right now. The Viper almost seems irrelevant in a 4v5. This blink timing on Nyx is impeccable. I mean, he's been able to just completely take over team fights and pickoffs. And I don't know. I'm really not sure what UCSD have to do. It feels like it has to be UCSD get their Juggernaut farmed and CU just completely ignore the Juggernaut at this point. Where he's just like, we'll let him farm. That's what's going to take.
This is just absolutely atrocious. Just Valve just showing their true colors in this game of Dota. Oh boy. But it looks like a line drawn on the map by Embiid. They want to just go straight down the middle as soon as possible. So they're going to go ahead and they're going to expend their 5 minutes free time because they said they wanted to go and they had the initial call. So I believe that that is going to be the official call. No remake, no nothing. And now it looks like it's Little Reezy's team basically on the top of the world here, as they're having the disconnection problems now. We'll have to keep in mind, of course, the Radiant was super patient, so you got to give them a lot of credit.
Yeah. I mean, what was that? Almost a 30-minute pause, it felt like.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Can I talk about talents? How many people have talents at this point? Let's see. Nick doesn't have one.
Viper with an extra 150 health.
The Undying went to 90 GPM.
It's really, really good on him.
And 225 HP for a Gyrocopter.
Vengeful going to 8 magic resistance. Not too bad, but I mean, along with the cloak, that makes it pretty good. Do those stack linearly?
I believe they... Let me check.
Or is it diminishing?
I think they do. The active usage, I believe, stacks. But of course, the active is like almost 70%. So, yeah, I think the cloak and the actual ability itself stack.
All right. That's a lot of magic resistance then.
Yeah, they stack. It's 41% with the current intel of Vengeful with plus 15 plus 8%. Yeah, they do stack.
Yeah. 41%.
Okay.
And
they're supposedly all back. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep on looking at talents. We have 2 mana regen picked up for Underlord. That's pretty standard. Juggernaut level 8, so it doesn't have one yet. And Lion, level 7, doesn't have one either. Okay. We're finally getting the unpause. This is now I believe it's almost down to 1 minute of spare time for the side of the Dire, so or for CU. They'll be
We'll see if Valve holds up.
in my opinion, I don't think they ever will.
Blue Ward now placed down in mid lane to spot up Professor Wizard's Vendettas. That'd
There
be
was
nice.
actually a vision ward that was placed on the high ground here over by the fountain that was instantly dewarded by Dad. Rocket going out. It's going to hit Embiid, but he's so far away. They're not going to jump on it. Actually, there's a fight going on still. It's actually going to be Alice trying to go on somebody, but it looks like My Tempo is going to end up getting wailed on too. Trying to kill the totem. Ludamere will end up killing Hanzo, but I think they definitely have the advantage here. Dad is down as well. Not quite My Tempo. That's a 5 kill streak going down. It's going to be Meepo canceling the channeling back home, and Alice will end up going down. Dad getting a double kill. Ludamere, he's not going to get out of this one. The stun will be there as well. Ludamere stealing a little more HP before he falls. He will end up going down as well. And it looks like Professor Wizard just hanging out in the back. No sentries to find him, but he is in. Oh, is he gonna get the courier? Oh man, that's a juicy courier. Oh come on, no. Okay, he gave up.
They might be able to go for the kill here.
He's definitely dead. Dusted up. Dad is gonna get stunned, but the slow's gonna be there, and the stun from Embiid to follow. Man, that was a really almost a good attempt there, but blinking right on top of the tower and showing the area where he was blinking from is definitely not a good call. So that is actually 4 dead.
Yeah, ends up being a 4v1.
Whole thing, but still
4 for 1 on that fight. And I mean, it's pretty hard to see like where they went wrong. It kind of, they got overly aggressive onto Dad, onto the high ground, and they didn't have any vision of him. So that was completely UCSD sided and favored when it came to positioning. So CU just kind of having to adjust on the fly when they're the ones being the aggressors.
Ludamere getting jumped on. There's so much damage. The gyro ult's gonna go down. Embiid though, he's gonna be the first one to fall in that exchange. But it looks like the whole enemy team is DC'd. This is not good. It's the only one that's left is Lion. They're not gonna keep a pause this time. They're gonna capitalize on the fact there's a DC'd hero. Dad just running back. He's actually running back fairly quickly though, but Nyx Assassin's gonna come up right behind him and give him a good tickle. He is definitely going to go down here, and that is the death of Dad.
The DC'd Dad is running back.
DC Dad running back. Only one to escape was Meepode. And Jug, actually. But Jug wasn't even there. GU, or CU, I mean, they're not going to have a good time.
This is approaching
this
game over.
Good
I don't know,
God. Whatever. It is game 1, though. So they have a chance to come back.
That's true. It is the best of 3, so.
But I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, I'd be beyond triggered. I would not want to play. I would honestly just give the victory to whoever at this point. But of course, I'm not
the
them.
thing is,
so
from either side, I feel like both sides right now are feeling just overall morale at the lowest point, where they've both been waiting for hours. It feels like they've been waiting for hours, and they just keep disconnecting and reconnecting. So if anything, I mean, that's a possible opportunity for UCSD to take advantage of that and maybe catch CU at their lowest point, maybe get a win out of it.
yeah, the next lobby should be more stable, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and clean up some shrines. Alice going for the top, and the rest of the team going for the bottom shrine. And yep, everyone's disconnecting on the side of CU, so it'll be interesting. There's no way to recover this at this point. Satanic is going to be the next pickup for this friggin' gyrocopter.
A gyrocopter.
That's what I always call him, dude. It's his freaking... Okay, his copter is literally the size of a crop duster. So I always call him gyrocopter.
Alright. I'll give you that one. I mean, this one, though, he's in a boat. If it were like the normal model, I would agree. This
And
one's
what would you recommend I call this one? I still
I'm
want
thinking
gyrocopter.
gyrocopter.
Gyrocopter?
Gyrocopter. I don't know though. We'll still have to think about calling him that.
We'll worry about it later, because gyrocopter is his normal name.
Exactly. Bottom lane, pushing in high ground, and I mean, they don't have any heroes to defend it. It's
just the Lion and the occasionally reconnecting Jug. But it's definitely a good game here. I don't really know what else we could really cast on, because it's like there's nothing really happening. This is not it's not a snow roll, it's not anything like that. It's just something you never get in Dota, and it's so hard to cast it because there's there's no story behind it. There's nothing about this game that is super fair.
Invoker going for the +1 Forge Spirits.
I
Cool.
feel like it doesn't even matter. I mean, of course, you go for that.
It's cool.
It doesn't even matter. You will go for the 1 Forge Spirit, though. I feel like nobody ever goes for the 30 experience gain, because the rest of his talents, I'll be honest, they're not really that good.
Yeah. Overall, he got kind. I mean, AOE Deafening Blast is really amazing. But that's gonna be it. And still no GG call. I mean, okay, at this point, at least just
Okay,
force
they
the
all
GG.
reconnected. But there's no GG call. They're going to finish this bad boy up. And that is the end of game 1.
GG
Unfortunately, going to Sad Tritons. So,
UCSD taking that one. I mean, CU. Just kidding.
I mean, I don't
CU
know,
taking
man.
that one.
Is it CU? I thought CU was Dire. I could see it right there on the banner. Whatever. It doesn't. It's just.
Well, and
Oh, man.
I am now forced to update Dota.
Yep.
Man, this is some quality Dota right now.
It's just nothing you would have ever expected.
Well, either way, that's gonna be it for this game. That was the first game of CU versus UCSD, and with disconnects, reconnects, long pauses, 4v5s, that was quite the game to watch. We're gonna go to a break, and we're gonna get into a hopefully better game 2 of these two, and maybe see some actual clashes and some actual Dota being played. How does that sound? Does that sound good?
Hopefully, we can actually get an actual Dota game in. I feel like after all of this is. Oh. Derp.
When I'm falling down, will you pick me up again? When I'm too far gone, dead in the eyes of my friends. gets closer. When the curtain's down, then your heart beats faster. The time is coming Everybody wants to know ya. Try to get a little closer. No one in a million. Everybody wants to know ya. Try to get a little closer. No one in a million. Everybody wants to know ya. Try to get a little closer. No one in a million.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to some more riveting Dota 2 here for the AVGL Colligate series. I am your play-by-play caster, Party PD, and I am also joined by...
Vertigo.
Gosh, we gotta work on them intros, man. Whatever, it doesn't
Just
matter.
you got a sticky note that underneath your camera or something, but we're jumping right into the game here.
And it looks like we already have the bands out. This is game 2, by the way, of Rochester Institute of Tech versus UNH, by the looks of it. So game 1 has already gone to RIT, or RT, whatever they want to call it. Whoa, what? Monkey King's
There it
picked
is.
up. Oh, man, I'm ready to see the roaming Monkey King or the hard carry Monkey King. We have no idea, but being picked up this early, it might be that roaming position for Monkey King that we have never seen in the world of ever.
Well, I mean, with that next pick, that kind of shows that it's not going to be the offlane monkey, which was popular for a little while, but after he kind of got nerfed, that fell to the wayside. But yeah, we were talking earlier. Where is this Monkey King going to go? Is he going to be a core? He could be going mid, or is he going to be taking that roaming position? And I think you said you saw him in the roaming position before.
I did. Before we started casting all of this crazy stuff, I was watching a game where attacker was a gyrocopter, but on the other team, they had a Monkey King that was a roaming position 4 in the safe lane. So we could see that being the case here. Obviously, Monkey King being nerfed pretty much into the ground, with the first nerf being like, what, -6 initial armor or something crazy like that. He has no armor to start with now. And now he even got more nerfs to his talent trees. His Jinju Mastery has a buff timer on it, and it's just bad. It's just bad. So I wonder how
it
this
is
will
rough.
perform.
We'll have to see. The silencer first pickup for the side of the Dire, which is not something you see very often either. RIT going for the very common LD and Slardar bands, but looking at UNH's bands, they're taking out the Vengeful Spirit as well as the OD. So those could be just kind of heroes that they've gone against that they're not very comfortable going against, or something that is telegraphing exactly what they want to go for as far as this draft. What do you think the silencer is going to do?
Well, we do got to remember that we weren't here initially for this first cast, so it could be some personal bans going out from the results of the last game.
That's possible.
But
yeah.
I feel like if this it could be a mid silencer, and they don't know it yet that they're gonna play mid silencer. Them being RIT, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they'll do with it or not. So it'll be very yeah. You know what? I feel like it's not a revealed card yet, because I've seen a lot of mid silencers. I've seen safe lane silencers farming as cores, which is mostly played by Mu Dota at the moment, or obviously the normal support silencer with like Rod of Atos and Force Staff. But I don't know where the silencer is going to go, but I want to see a core silencer.
That would be nice. I mean, you don't really see it often. I mean, you don't see silencer all that often, so it's kind of hard to say exactly where he's going to go. But yeah, like you're saying, because you don't see silencer all that often, it doesn't really reveal your cards yet or reveal what kind of draft you're going to do. So Lifestealer going to be the next ban outside of RIT.
Happily or not really happily, but thankfully, that's the word I'm looking for. It was Lone Druid that was banned out, so thankfully and hopefully and so on and so forth, we are not going to have a long Lone Druid game where it expands up to 45 minutes, which I may remind you that all games have been expanded in total time due to the experience change from levels 1 to 6. Most games are now expanding to an average of 42 minutes versus previous patch 702, where it was 36. So games starting to lean more towards late game play. So it'll be very.
And I feel like eventually we'll start seeing that with hero picks too. I mean, in this kind of level of Dota, which definitely isn't low level Dota, but it's not, the pro level, we'll see the same heroes being picked and whatnot, or whatever the team wants to run with. But I feel like coming up in DAC, coming up in Kiev, we're probably going to start seeing a lot more late game focus as players start to realize no matter what, with the EXP changes, this game is going to go late. So let's start playing towards that.
Not to mention, there was also the big change on tower's overall armor level, meaning if you're pushing a tower with multiple heroes, the armor is going to have the tower is going to have even more armor. So split
now with
pushing
Monkey
and
King.
late game ratting is actually going to be super encouraged come this patch. This patch, I believe, quote unquote, from Purge, will be the most cancerous patch that Purge has ever seen in his life.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll see when the pros start busting out their next level strats. One thing I really want to see is if the Monkey King ult affecting tower armor is going to play a major role in this game. Because a lot of I feel like it'll play the most important role when it comes to high ground pushing. Because all a Monkey King has to do is press the R button, and then pretty much it takes the biggest 6-slotted core you've ever seen in order to push past that. So it's almost like an instantaneous, all right, let's just back out.
And usually that big old 6-slotted core that
Mhm.
actually survives well against Monkey King is usually the Centaur. And looks like RIT banned out Centaur.
Getting rid of that
So
immediately.
it's pretty good, actually. The return aura is super strong against Monkey King. And they're going to pick up a Crystal Maiden. So they're still... I don't want to say they're not revealing cards. They picked up a Monkey King, but they don't know if it's going to be core yet. And Juggernaut will be the return pickup from the Dire.
It kind of shows that they're going for like big AoE team ults or team fight ults. Having the Underlord Pit of Malice to go along with Jingu Mastery as well as a Freezing Field is a lot of big, huge team fight ults. However, they are picking these into a silencer. So they have to worry about not only global, but they also have to worry about grip from Earth Spirit. So I'm not crazy about RIT's pick so far.
And it's still UNH is not really revealing a lot of their lineup either. Juggernaut, I mean, he's a pretty staple pickup. You can play him as core, you can play him as hard carry, and even back then you were able to play him as position 4. I believe you still can, but it's definitely not advised.
That's some Chinese strats right there.
That was a really long time ago, though.
That was a
So
very
Chinese
long time ago.
strats and at least a year old.
Yeah, over in Western Dota, we don't go to that level. That's too far past us. But now it's on RIT to go into their next pick, and pretty much this next pick is going to show what kind of lineup they want to run. So it's on them. They only have 15 seconds.
Or their hard carry. They're getting down the last little bit here. Hopefully they didn't disconnect from the lobby. Valve, yeah, whatever.
Knock on wood, please. And there's going to be the Drow.
This did not come off as a Drow Ranger based lineup, so I do not think that Drow was the best pick here.
Yeah, I'm not all crazy about it. It is nice having the Underlord and MK to both kind of frontline for you as a Drow. And if this is going to be in fact a position for roaming Monkey, he is going to make plenty of space for the Drow. And I guess the only other thing going for that is the fact that there hasn't been any counter picks against it, but now with this Tide, as soon as Tide hits a certain spike level, it's gonna make it pretty hard for the Drow. Actually, I don't know about the Tide all that much.
I mean,
Drow
I feel like
messes with them.
UNH has a much more stable lineup. I feel like Drow was definitely a panic pick. I don't think Drow was supposed to originally be a part of their lineup, but I could be mistaken because 2 weeks ago, I believe there was a game with Rutgers where they ended up picking up a Drow and then led it straight into Windy, which also didn't help them. RIT
and with
not
the reserve
able to get
time.
their ban, but it doesn't actually ban anybody. I didn't know that it wouldn't ban anyone.
Yeah,
If
because
you ran
I mean,
out of time.
In casual games, it was just random for you, but in captain's mode, you gotta ban something. All in all, I honestly don't mind the Drow pick all too much. I'm not like personally a fan of it. I'm not thinking that it's a game changer, but it's definitely not the worst thing ever. Like I was saying before, UNH has been drafting so far their own personal lineup and kind of in reaction to what RIT's drafting, but in no way did they see a Drow pick coming. Like there was no telegraph whatsoever that this was going to be a Drow lineup, so they could have the element of surprise on the side of RIT. We'll have to see though. This final pick will be kind of their last pick that'll help them fight against a Drow lineup.
We could just have a mid silencer, and this could be the last pick support here. Well, no, because no, Tide's not a support anymore. So this could be either the last pick support or a extremely strong, durable character that can counter this lineup. And I think out of all the people, I do not agree with that Terrorblade, actually. I do not think
Drow
Terrorblade's
does really well against Terrorblade.
Yeah, especially if Drow goes Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim Scepter will just deal... Okay.
Kiro.
So this is not a
So-
position 4 monkey
Mid Monkey King, or
or mid Drow or mid Jakiro.
mid Jakiro. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was
no.
gonna say.
What if it's
I-
position 4 Monkey King, but position 3 roaming No, not roaming Jakiro, but
No,
position 3
position 2.
Jakiro. Or
It could
2
be position
Jakiro,
2
yeah.
Jakiro.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a weird game to cast, but one way or another, we're here.
We'll have to see. I mean, I don't know if necessarily Jakiro is like a good extra hero along with Joe Ranger. Jakiro and Crystal Maiden don't really take that much advantage of the aura. Crystal Maiden is actually pretty good with the aura, but Jakiro to a lesser extent. But I'm not sure. It really just kind of depends where they lane their heroes. Monkey King, I would still like to see as the roaming 4. I feel like Jakiro will do really well in this mid lane.
What if it's a mid Terrorblade?
That
That was
I feel like that would be
really
awful.
good thing.
No matter what RAT run against that, Terrorblade will get destroyed.
Yeah, so it's definitely mid Silencer and mid Juggernaut. Maybe not even that, though.
Mid Earth Spirit,
Mid Earth Spirit would be probably the worst thing I've ever seen.
probably. Could be. I mean, we've seen a lot of things the last game we casted, but
Oh god, we don't talk about that.
we're getting into game
That's
now.
in the past. Let's go ahead and jump into this game, though. I will start with the Radiant. As I said Dire last time. Thank you for somebody in the chat pointing that out. I will go ahead and talk about the Radiant now. Monkey King is going to be played by a name I don't understand, so I'm going to just say Ad. Because that's the 2 letters I understand out of that. We have
Let's see,
Underlord being
some
played
square
by
root of-
Eradicate.
Let's see.
Yeah, I
some
don't know,
square root
dude.
of
It's like an-
AD something.
Yeah, I don't.
matrix.
I didn't graduate college for math, so I don't know what that stuff is. We have Jakiro being played by Matto, and then we have Drow Ranger being played by 3 times Lol. We'll just say Lol for that one, unless you want to say it 3 times. And then Crystal Maiden will be played by Ritz. Meanwhile, over on the side of the Dire, we have. That's where you jump in.
Jello on the Terrorblade. I was wondering when you were gonna. Anyways, Jello on the Terrorblade. Meanwhile, Misharu is gonna be on the Earth Spirit. Taking this off lane, Tide Hunter is going to be Wildcat Krypton. I'm gonna call him
I
Krypton.
think it's Krypton, yeah.
Innovation on the not so innovative Juggernauts, and then Silencer gonna be played by Calby.
Okay, so it's definitely not Wildcat. It's their last names. So
Yeah, it's definitely Krypton.
Calby and Krypton.
And just gonna be easy bounty rune takes on the first game that we saw. We saw pretty crazy invasions coming in, but it looks like it might be
Damn.
starting out with a dual mid. No, they're
It's
gonna
a,
start
it's a
rotating
mid
top.
monkey. Oh man, you were right. But it's gonna
Mid
be
monkey.
so bad.
I don't know.
No,
It's
actually-
going up against Juggernaut, so he will have
Yeah.
that melee advantage.
If it was a silencer mid, it would have been a whole different story from Monkey King. But
Yeah.
he's gonna go ahead and already whale here. There's a rotation coming in. Spin going out on the monkey. He's losing a lot of HP. The spin just dealing so much damage. Innovation trying to lifesteal. You will not get it. That's -2 intel, by the way. That's a meme. -2. Anyway.
Honestly, the Orb of Venom, I feel like almost defined that first blood right there. I mean,
Meanwhile,
when you saw,
Ritz actually kills Krypton in the bottom. Sorry
Oh,
to
wow.
interrupt, but
anyways,
I didn't see it.
the Orb of Venom actually pretty much defined that first blood. If you saw Monkey King's turn rate and attack speed were both slowed when he was trying to go for that final Jingu Mastery lifesteal with damage. So it could have, I don't know how much damage it would have actually done in the end, but that could have made or broke that mid lane just now. The Orb of Venom and pickup. And I mean, look at Eradicate. He's just completely foregoing that top lane. He wants no part of it.
This
which
is
honestly,
scary.
It
Jello
makes
gets
Monkey
a-
King's. What's up?
If Jello gets this crazy free farm for too long, it's gonna be super scary. Like
Yeah.
I've played Terrorblade of recently, doing the machine gun build. Hang on. Sorry, Krypton was killing Ritz, but not actually gonna happen. I was doing the machine gun build for Terrorblade, and he's just dirty if you go straight butterfly. And it'd be scary if he gets this butterfly early. Actually, now there might be an engagement here. Krypton getting jumped on by 2 heroes in the jungle, getting low, maybe denying himself to a creep wave here. One more
Yeah, he
attack
should
from
die.
Matt will be there. Oh no, the salve, but the
Oh.
Crystal Maiden gets the last hit. That little
It's the
bit coming in
Jor.
there at the last second.
The Joe Aura doing work.
Jello going to go ahead and pop his Metamorphosis aura, or metamorphosis, whatever you want to call it.
And
It is
actually, funny
metamorphosis.
enough, Monkey King is actually ahead in this middle lane. He's ahead as far as CS, immensely ahead as far as CS, as well as level advantage, even though he died first blood. So even though they did get that first kill on him, they might want to rotate on him right now.
There comes the rotate. The spin's not going to land. That's the big keeper, so definitely not going to be a fight there.
Indeed.
This
So
is scary. Mid Monkey King, and this is the first one I've seen in Pro Dota. So, it'll be interesting. The spin's going out on Monkey, though. Is he going to be able to get away? He wants to get that last hit for the lifesteal. He's got it now. Healing up quite a bit there. He does take that creep to heal up one little bit more. Stun, not going to be there, and it's a regen rune.
why
Gosh,
the
that's the
ice
most
path?
amount of karma possible right there.
Why the ice path though? In no situation ever would I see a justification for level 2 ice
Hang
path.
on,
honestly.
Maiden getting jumped on by Masaru here, but no push for that stun.
Still level 1. Yeah, they need some levels. They, if you saw after that first blood on Monkey King, they literally just sat at Roshan pit basically for I don't know, a minute, 30 seconds, something like that. And they lost out on so many levels for it. They really need to be doing something. And if they're just gonna stick together as a level 1 combo and not make anything happen on the map, they're playing incorrectly. But anyways, back to banging on Jakiro. I really don't like that ice path level 1 or level 2 pickup.
I mean, maybe it's a value point, maybe not, but it's missing a lot of damage from the liquid
Yeah.
fire.
Top lane.
That's for sure. Top's pretty okay. Terrorblade was getting jumped on, but there is going to be the rotation of the level 1 duo coming in. And they're in a really bad spot here. Eradicate might still get jumped on here. Jello is going to throw down his refraction there. He's going to deal as much damage as they can, but again, level 1 Masaru, he's not going to end up getting that push to stun.
Yep, unfortunate. And now Monkey King is just gonna dominate this mid lane. And see, that's what I didn't like initially about Eradicate going to the jungle is one, like you were saying, it gives Jello a ton of free farm and free space, but it also applies extra pressure onto this Monkey King in the mid lane. Now that Eradicate is going top lane, it relieves Monkey King to kind of just have his way with Juggernaut mid lane. So it's a win on both sides. And now that Eradicate has realized that they can't kill him in this top lane, he's distracting the supports who are still level 1. Okay, now they're level 2. Or about to be level 2. But they're still solo level, and they're sitting top lane not doing anything. That's kind of the weakness of the Silencer support, is he really doesn't do all that much.
Innovation maybe trying to go for a kill here on Monkey. Monkey's going to jump on out, though. 3 rotation in, finally coming from the rest of the supports. Ritz is here. Looks like it's going to TP top, actually. Where Underlord's getting jumped on. A spin, not going to land on Eradicate, but so much damage. The TB Metamorphosis will be to confirm. There's that value point Ice Path, not really getting any value. So that's still the death of the offlaner, and Jello's just going to go ahead and probably push down this tower. Meanwhile, in the mid, though, Innovation getting kind of low, but not low enough. And now we're back at top. There's going to be another jump here as Jello gets the last hit on Matto. And Jello getting low here. There's that stun finally from the Earth Spirit. But, oh, there's the swap.
Ooh.
Eradicate definitely going to go down there. That was an unpredicted swap. I believe he just got level 6
Yeah,
that fight
he
and held on to
just
his
hit
point.
6.
So he definitely did a good job holding on to that point. But meanwhile, in the mid, Monkey does finally end up getting that jug. And no ult was even dedicated for that. So that was a pretty easy kill.
Yep, that's what happens. And, I mean, this Monkey King playing the mid lane perfectly, recognizing that the supports are sitting top lane, and while they are getting kills onto Eradicate, he knows he can manhandle the Juggernaut. Now Mishiru is kind of setting up in position. They might be wanting to go here.
Now that they finally have stun, if he had a TP, it is going to be interrupted, but no TP there. Mishiru maybe trying to get the jump. The spin goes out, not going to find his target. He will go ahead and disjoint that. He's actually going to go to the shrine by the looks of it. No, he's going to go to Arcane Rune.
Mishiru has to be careful here. You can die.
That's definitely not a place you want to be. Now the remnant's in the wrong place. One right click. Nope, doesn't need it. He'll throw down his Q.
That was a complete misplay by Mishiru. I not 100% sure why he went for that. I mean, he could see the Monkey King going for it as well, and there's no way you can fight against him. Now there's a stack here that Monkey King's possibly going for.
I believe it looks like it is a 2-stack. He was waiting for his ult to come, or his Q to come back up to get it. It would also heal him back up too, so not bad. What is this? Point booster first, or vitality booster first?
Vanguard.
Vanguard, right? Actually,
That'd be
that's what's coming to the courier right now.
Mm-hmm. So he'll have Vanguard soon enough. Probably within the next minute and a half, 2 minutes. He should have enough for it. Now Silencer sitting in this mid lane. He's gonna get some levels out of it. Jug is level 6 now, so the Omni Slash will be online. Now
Eradicate,
looking top
maybe
lane.
top. Crystal Maiden hiding out in the side here. Jakiro coming up as well. Is the value point Ice Path going to go down? It will, but it is missed. The stun's going to be there. Jello, he does not. He does have an ult, actually. Gets the swap on Eradicate. Meanwhile, in the mid, Jug will go down to the Monkey yet again. And Eradicate, really low health. It is going to be a E that's going to be thrown out on Eradicate. He will die immediately. And now it looks like Terrorblade trying to make the jump on Matsu, but they're looking for the Maiden instead. But lo and behold, Maiden has already left. Massive X-Pings coming out. It's the Haste Rune Monkey coming in.
They're saying get out.
They're saying, he's here, guys. We gotta go. He drops down. The ult goes down. Silenced and stunned up, though, immediately. Not silenced, actually, but he is going to go down from the Juggernaut ult who just came in. Matu getting low as well. Innovation confirming. Not a double kill, actually. Jello will get that secondary.
That was such a good rotation by Innovation.
Really good rotation.
And a kind of a slight misplay, I feel like, from the Monkey King. He did dive really deep. His ultimate has some decent range on it, so he did not have to go directly beneath a tower in order, or I guess he did, but not directly in front of the enemy heroes in order to cast his ultimate. And in the end, very heads-up play by Mishiru, kind of getting revenge for that kill near the rune.
We've been talking a lot about how this Terrorblade has been practically free farming the whole entire game, but we have yet to actually look at Drow, as she is 66 and 30 down here in the bottom with a Dominator and a Rogue already. And the net worth, I can go ahead and switch to it now that's about that time. And she is actually on the top of the net worth over the Terrorblade at 4.4.
Yeah, this is something that I feel like the Dyer's lineup can handle pretty easily. I mean, there's only one level in Gust right now, and oh my goodness,
Oh
Krypton.
gosh, the damage onto Krypton, though, he's definitely going to go down here. And Lowell, pretty easy dive and a tier 1 tower.
Yeah, with your lineup, with having Earth Spirit, Silencer, and I would say even Juggernaut, you do have the potential to handle this Drow Ranger, especially since Ritz and the Jakiro have not been really sitting bot lane all that much, but they kind of just ignored her. And that's where the strength of a Drow lineup, you know, starts from, is ignoring the Drow Ranger, letting her farm.
That'll be very scary. It'll be definitely a Drow versus Terrorblade fight here. But the question is it going to be the Aghanim Scepter? Is it going to be the standard Daedalus into like some crazy more agility items? Who knows? Meanwhile, though, in the mid, Jug getting jumped on, really low HP. One more right click from the Monkey will be there. The jump goes down, but doesn't actually land on him. All slowed up. Terrorblade, though, TPing to the mid as well, trying to get a kill on somebody. He does find Mato, but I don't think they're going to go on it. No, Refraction goes down. Reflection. And nothing, actually. Nothing happened in the mid. Sorry, guys, for the false excitement. No. But
Ravage is available, so they could be looking to team fight soon enough.
Looks like they might. Is that courier coming in with a smoke, or what? It was not. It was an Iron Talon.
Seems good. And
Oh, no, there
Dragonlance-
is a smoke on Silencer, actually. So we could see a smoke going out.
Dragonlance almost actually going to be now finished by X3. And they could be looking for a rotation here. Jello, actually, this would be quite a good fight. No, yeah, no, Joe.
I
would
believe
win
he
that.
revealed, actually, at the last second there, just that little itty-bitty inch that he walked into the lane.
Oh, and there's a
Didn't see him.
ward up there too.
Oh,
There's a
yeah,
high
and the ward. All right, well, that's the other part. Oh, yeah.
That's
you
a little
got,
more
like,
than
the
itty bitty.
perfect clip vision right there. Oh, no, they saw the smoke.
Ooh.
Smoke is dead. They're circling all over the map. It's like, there was a smoke here, guys.
And Joe's gonna be
And
able to
Drow's
TP
going to
top.
TP out. They're like, we're done here.
That's rough. They don't recognize that she TP'd out, so they're all just gonna kind of stand here. And I mean, this isn't all too bad in the sense that they're gonna be able to take this tower, but they have to be able to trade here.
Oh, they are going to be
probably-
able to. Lol, up
Terrorblade.
in the top lane.
Yeah, Terrorblade is gonna have to commit Metamorphosis for this. If they wait any longer, I don't know. They do have potential to rotate down into the bot lane. Is there a Dark Rift? There's Dark Rift available.
Terribly not using his ultimate just yet. And ultimate, I mean Metamorphosis.
Might as well be an ultimate.
I mean, it basically is his ultimate. Let's be honest here. Nether Swap, or Swap is just not that good. Compared to, you know, Metamorphosis. All the damage. But it looks like they are going to let this tower fall. And they're going to pressure the tier 2.
There's Precision Aura popped, so if more of the team was there, they would have better potential to mess with this tier 2. But it looks like they're just gonna back up off of it.
Roll going in. The Juggernaut's going to find it right onto the Monkey King. All the damage. The spin's going to be there. Not really going to do much there. Monkey not popping his ult. He's going to get the last life steal. Throws down the ult. The Ravage is there, though. It's not really going to do anything. Jug's already fallen down. The ult's going to go out by Monkey King. Minus 30 frames. As we see Monkey King go down, or Monkey kill Misharu there, and almost kill off the Terrorblade, but they're thinking about it. Ritsu popping his ult down, and Monkey King gonna line up maybe a couple attacks here, but not gonna find anything. That's still extremely beneficial for Monkey King, especially.
Yeah. I think if Monkey King would have had his finished Echo Saber there, I think there would have been more kills. Sansa would have been dead. It's possible
Hang
that...
on. There's a jump that's going to go on to Jello here. The reflection's going to be there. One more right click will get the life steal, the extra last hit. Oh, he's not going to find it. He loses the damage, though, from it. And now they're going to throw down an illusion. Monkey King, he overstayed his welcome. He does kill off the Terrorblade and the Silencer. No, Eradicate will get the confirm, actually, but it looks like they're trying to get out. No, they're going to get another before they're going to lose it. It looks like Monkey King, he almost got Krypton. Oh, man, that was so bad. Oh, no. Monkey
The
King
Ice Path value
capitalizing.
is too real.
That value point Ice Path that we were
The value
strecking on
point Ice
earlier. Huge
Okay,
value point
he's
there.
level 6 now. I think by now he could justify a value point in Ice Path. It's the level 2 Ice Path that I have an immense problem with.
Right.
Ooh, top lane.
Hang on,
Innovation.
Monkey in the top, jumping on Innovation. The ult's not going to be there. It's already used up. Innovation, though, he's
Ooh.
pretty sure he's dead there. Yeah, 568 crit.
Good game.
I believe that was a BMGG, but I don't think you're supposed to do that. I don't
That's
know if that's allowed.
that's not a lot. It maybe I guess it is fine.
Okay. No, I'm wrong. I have
So-
just been notified. It's fine.
All right. So BMGGs are allowed. Mid lane. It looks
My
like they're
gosh,
kind of wanting to
net
push
is
here.
Crazy for this game. 7.8 on the Monkey and 7.7 on the Drow. And the Terrorblade just not even cracking 6 yet.
And there's going to be the speed aura provided by the Kobold, which got nerfed recently because it was just disgusting
It
early
used
on.
to be crazy good. Now they changed it to like a much smaller percentage.
Jeez, and now X3 going just straight for BOTs.
Actually already has them. That's crazy. They're going to capitalize on this pushing potential. I still want to see the Aghanim Scepter come out from Drow, however, because that's obviously one of the #1 ways that this team's going to be able to deal with those illusions, if not for Jakiro or Crystal Maiden. Actually, there's 900 ways that this team's going to be able to deal with TV illusions.
Yeah, and since there's so many ways to deal with the illusions, I feel like Aghanims would be a very, very late game pick. I would still like to see some sort of solution for it, maybe a Maelstrom into Mjolnir or something. But he's going to be going straight for the Shadow Blade.
Nope, changed it again. It's going to be the Hurricane Pike now.
Yeah, straight for the Hurricane Pike.
That's also just another good value pickup. It's the Force Staff, it's the extra damage, it's the push, it's the stats. Mostly the intel, actually. Drow has a really small intel pool for only casting 2 spells.
And it looks like they might be looking for a trade here at least. Jello in the top lane. And I mean, I've said that he needed to commit the Metamorphosis before, but he's probably not going to
They're
commit
already
it this time.
pressuring this tier 3. The silence goes out onto the Tide Hunter. He's stunned up now. One more right click. He goes down from the Monkey King. Throwing down his Q onto the tower.
The value
He
ice
was
path is
revealed
there
there,
again.
but he's fine. But look at these Green Monkey King, just in time for St. Patty's Day.
Haha.
They're gonna fortify.
Right.
Monkey King ult's gonna go down. Silence goes out, but it was way too late. It's gonna be buyback going out from the Tide Hunter. Are they gonna be able to get back in this though? I don't think there's gonna be any immediate way to get in this. This Monkey King ult's just gonna keep on going on their barracks here. Goes
Good
down finally, but the
silence.
silence is gonna be there. Are they gonna be able to kill off this Tidehunter though? The ult, he's trying to line it up here. Now goes the Ravage, gets only one. The Monkey King, who's not a big threat here. Even Crystal Maiden ult goes down, gets stunned out immediately. Silence out on the Monkey, trying to right-click his way to heaven here, trying to get all the HP back. Juggernaut goes down. It's gonna be Monkey finally going down here. Eradicate though, killing off Krypton. That was a buyback. Innovation going down as well, but it's still Drow just wailing on this freaking Terrorblade. Not even care for the world here. He's gonna go and kill off Mashero here as well. Terrorblade though wailing on Drow. One more right-click will be there. It's gonna be Mashero end up getting the kill instead though. But they got the tower. Underlord TPing in.
I mean,
We're not done yet. Eradicate. He's gonna go on to Jello. There's no swap available. And he goes down as well. They're not done yet. This is definitely going to be a continuous push. Mucha travel available on the Drow as well. 30 seconds left, and it's going to be a TP in from Drow indefinitely.
Yeah, I was just about to say, too, that was, even though it was a 3-4-2 and they lost tower, that was still immensely in favor of the Dire there of UNH. But as soon as that Terrorblade died, a lot of that value was lost. It's still not too bad for them, but still, he definitely got baited there. Ooh, a finished pipe now on Eradicate.
That's definitely going to be really good. Evade all that Ravage damage, not to mention Earth Spirit Ultimate, Silencer Q, as well as Silencer E. So a lot of damage going to be evaded here with that pipe. Not to mention he's already had a mech, and his Guard Greaves are only 1,000 away.
That's insane. Having Guardian Greaves during these pushes, it's going to make them close to unstoppable.
Oh, the Sentry Ward was scouted out, though. They know that Mashiro... There's the Sentry Ward. They're like, yeah, that's dumb. So, Sentry instantly dewarded. And looks like Roshan is going to be on Drow's to-do list right now.
The solo, Roche.
I believe it's doable.
With the help, definitely.
Okay, well, now it's definitely doable.
This Underlord set, I didn't even actually notice it.
Yeah, it's the brand new Underlord set that came out of, I believe, the most recent chest. And it's it's really nice. It's very armor-esque. It was the first one on the workshop as well. So that's probably why it was the first one out.
Pretty insane. But it's going to be a Roche going toward Rochester. And with that, I feel like they're getting closer and closer to just sealing out this game.
It's going to be Juggernaut going for Invis here. Going to go for a Shadow Blade as he's farming out in the jungle here. In the wrong jungle, actually. Top tower. Going to be traded out, though. Monkey King for, I believe the bot tower is going to get aggressed as well. I don't think defending that is their biggest concern here, as it's going to be Ritz trying to go on Tide here. The value point stun, the slow. Maximum charge, actually, so huge amounts of damage. Silence, though, out on the Monkey. The Ravage is there, not going to be used for defensive, and no buyback this time. Juggernaut, I heard him spinning somewhere. I believe he's down in bottom still.
Did he burn spin? Oh, they're trying
They
to get
did end up getting the bot tower, but the spin to confirm the finish off. Monkey is here, though. The ult is still available. He's going to throw it down. And immediately, Juggernaut gets melted to the ground. The swap not going to be there either. That's a triple kill for Monkey King. Meanwhile, back in the top, we have this slow and eventual tower push, but Shakiro's here